Hi, I'm Pete, and this is an HK Now store unboxing. Now, this puzzle, I've been really anxious to get this puzzle. It was finally posted on the HK Now store and about 2.5 weeks ago, a little over, almost 3 weeks ago. And as soon as it was posted, I placed my order. So, really looking forward to this. It's one of the more expensive puzzles I've gotten from the HK Now store. And in fact, it's one thing people are talking about besides just the puzzle itself, but the price. I'm wondering if the price is justified. And I'm sort of interested to know myself. Alright, let's get this open here. Okay. Alright, we got this. We got this. Okay. I don't want to get any of this tape on my arm. That could be painful taking it off. Alright. Okay, looks like the box kind of... Yeah, the box really kind of bit the dust. Okay. Oh, I see it. I'm pretty sure I cut that before. Oh, well. Okay, there we go. This was rather difficult, but there is the puzzle, and it's enormous. It's gigantic. Okay, so some paperwork, and the rest of the box is empty. We got some bubble wrap. I might save bubble wrap for prizes. Alright, paperwork. We'll look at that later. Okay, well, what did I get? This is a very big puzzle. And, oh yes, 11 centimeter dodecahedral puzzle. Interesting. And this, haven't really seen this type of box before. Patience, pastime, skill, challenges. I kind of like that. So we have a picture of the sun minx, 11 centimeter. It says 11 centimeters. It may be hard to read. It's not a sun minx. We have the elite killer minx, which is a puzzle I'm kind of interested in, but it's not the one I got just now. Star minx. Okay, well I have several varieties of star minx, which I kind of like them actually. Terra minx. Okay, and it looks like a flat Terra minx, which is kind of an interesting, if that's indeed what it actually looks like. I have an older, sort of slightly pillowed Terra minx, which I really enjoy. Okay, and what else? Made in China, avoiding, okay, basically don't put it in your mouth, don't dismantle it by force, and 0 to 3, no babies. You'll have to wait until you turn 4. So my point about the box is that the puzzle that's inside here is not on the box. I don't know what that means, but let's just take a look and see what we got. Okay, and there it is. This is called the Heaven's Eyes puzzle. Heaven's Eyes. And it looks, from what I've seen of it, like a really, really cool puzzle. Okay, let's get the bubble wrap off. Wow, they really... Okay, I'm hoping... Okay, so I want to be able to open this without having the tape touch any of the stickers. So this is going to be my challenge here. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I usually don't watch other people's unboxings before I unbox stuff. Usually, I just like to kind of go in cold. However, I did watch Tony Fisher's unboxing of this, and I assume he must have got an early copy of it because he had an unboxing out a while ago. And now I'm sort of thinking I didn't watch his video closely enough because I don't remember how he how he dealt with this part of it. Anyway, so people are talking about the price of this puzzle. So to put it in context, in Canadian dollars, the price that I paid for this puzzle would buy you about 27 Big Macs from McDonald's. Just a Big Mac, not the meal. That's what I worked out anyway. So about 27 Big Macs worth. So you could feed your family of 27 if they wanted to eat Big Macs. For what I paid for this, that's a lot. It's certainly more than I paid for my Terra Minx back in the day. Probably more than I paid for Iton's Star. Aton Star. So, indeed, so people are wondering if it's worth it. Okay, here we go. I get it. And, alright, I stick my fingers in there, and it's pretty slimy. Okay, now I understand. The purpose of the wrapping wasn't to protect the puzzle, it's to protect us from all the sliminess here. Wow. Okay. Alright, so, and that's empty except for more lube than any... Oh boy. Here, I'm just gonna put the knife away before someone gets hurt. This is impressive. It's huge. It's absolutely enormous. So I thought that this puzzle was going to compare to the MF8 typical puzzle. Of course, this is not. This is a icosahedron, but I thought I would compare it. But there we go. This is Aton Star, and it is quite a bit larger. I don't even know what else I could use to compare it. Alright, so there's the Terra Minx, and yes, I think that's maybe a better size comparison. So this is not the largest, of course the Petaminx is the largest, this is the second largest Minx puzzle. So yeah, they both dwarf the already rather large Aton's Star. I'll get that one of these days. So here's a comparison to just a regular Rubik's Cube, and we see definitely it absolutely dwarfs the Rubik's Cube. Very big puzzle. So that may be part of the cost of it, the expense. But the other part of it, what I understand, is it has a very complicated mechanism, and it has a 3D core, 3D printed core inside, which is, I guess, an expensive way to make a core. Of course, if there was I'm curious to know why they went that way. If it's maybe the only way to make the puzzle possible, or if it was cheaper than making a molded core. Anyway, let's see what we get for our money. Anyway, we'll try the turning. I did wipe the lube off. I think it's fine, and I'm not that overly sensitive about those things. You know what? It's okay. It's a little stiff, but it's fine. It turns. You know, there's no real catching or anything like that. So I'm not sure if it needs to be adjusted, or if that's just the way it is. I imagine a big puzzle like this, you'd probably want it to be fairly tight for shipping. You know, not stuff to jostle out of shape, but it's definitely quite stiff. But not catchy or anything like that. So I'm sure that that's something we could work with. Okay, so there's the puzzle. Stickers look good. Colors look really nice. And the Heaven's Eyes puzzle does bear at least a superficial resemblance to the recent Crazy Comet puzzle. Certainly the shapes of the faces are sort of resemble a little bit. And then these little interesting looking square faces where the pieces are kind of angled in. So I don't know if it's going to solve like it. It's sort of, if I look at it, I see equivalent pieces, and then of course quite a few more cuts, and then some extra pieces here. So I don't know if it's going to solve the same way. Of course, the Crazy Comet itself has a relationship to the Curvy Copter. So that's one of those cool families that, who knows, maybe we'll be looking at the Curvy Copter solve, also to solve the Heaven's Eyes. Now, of course, there's more than just shallow face turns, and that's one of the reasons why the Crazy Comet's relatively easy to solve, is it just has very shallow face turns. This also has some other turns. and I'm really keen to see what those other turns look like. Alright, so see if I can get something going here. If I hold this up, I can kind of see, sort of see some lines here. It's kind of hard to tell though. You know what? I think what it is, I think it's a little bit like Aton's star, where you have to turn it a little bit and line the cuts up. So maybe they're all shallow cuts, but it depends on where things are lined up. Okay. Yes, indeed. Okay, so there you go. So I can actually move stuff out of the way. Oh, that's rather nice. So let's see if I can actually do something here with this. I'll turn it a little bit. Nope. Okay, I don't want to scramble it too much, but that is, wow, that's quite something. Okay. I hope I can get it back. So I've managed to sort of discombobulate some pieces. Definitely have some, I guess that's jumbling going on, where I have some pieces out of place already. So that's one really cool aspect to this puzzle. Now let's see if I can. I sure hope I remember what I did here. What did I do? I'm going to go up like that. You know what? I think I've scrambled my puzzle here. Oh well. This sort of thing happens when you're playing with fire. Okay, one of the reasons why that was hard to see is because one of the pieces was like that, and it just didn't look like it was going to be flush. Okay, well that was something. So I was able to turn just a little bit, and I got that. So that's one. Okay, that is another one. What else can I do with this? Yeah, you know what? Even just handling it for just this short little while, turning these faces. The faces have definitely loosened up from just when I first started turning it. So I feel actually quite hopeful about this. You know how I said it'd probably be adjusted? I don't think I would. I think I'd just play with it for a while and just see if it'll just loosen up the way it is. And then if I need it looser, I can deal with that. Wow, I'm really really impressed with this. I certainly didn't know what I was getting when I ordered this, but this is really cool. Now, is it 27 Big Macs cool? That, I guess, depends on the individual puzzler. I'm certainly looking forward to figuring this out. I'm already kind of have the cogs are turning, trying to see if I can come up with a solution similar to the Crazy Comet. Maybe it looks like a reduction solve might be the thing, but then maybe not, because there are these little tiny pieces here that would have to be put in. Also, the Crazy Comet, the little square faces are all the same color. These ones are different colors. Actually, I don't know that would make a difference. Anyway, but this is the sort of thing that really gets me jazzed up, and really is one of the fun aspects of puzzling, trying to figure this sort of thing out. So I guess that's about it. I don't really have any, I'm just running out of things to say because I'm just so speechless. Really glad I got this now. I really wasn't sure, but now I'm definitely very glad I got it. So here's the thing, and I'll leave you with this. Are there any questions that you have about the puzzle? Certainly be willing to do a follow-up video here and answer any of your questions about the puzzle. And of course, I'll leave you with this. What do you think of the price of this puzzle? Is this where we're going with puzzles? Getting these pretty pricey puzzles. You know, maybe they're worth it, maybe they're not. Would you rather buy fewer puzzles but something enormous like this, or would you rather be able to buy more accessible puzzles that are a tenth of the cost of this? All right, let me know what you think in the comments. Well, that's it for me and my unboxing of the Heaven's Eyes from MF8. And yeah, so leave your questions or comments in the description. And until next time, thanks for watching.